Hey, how y'all doing? Miss I am here. I am strong. I am confident. I am courageous. I am worthy. I am bold. I am divinely protected. I am. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all stand on y'all path, on your, I hope y'all stand high vibration on y'all journey. I hope y'all stand positive. I hope y'all stand away from negative people. I hope all is well with you all. I wanted to come on here and talk today about decision making when you're on your on your journey, on your path of and your purpose, right? So I wanted to come and talk about decision making. Decision making. Just be careful on your decisions and what you do. I know I had to, on my path, I had to learn some things the hard way. You're going to come across some people who just don't care about what they do. On your path and your journey that your decisions, if you're living in a low vibrational state, your decisions affects other people. You know that. Some of you may be past that. Some of you may be, this is just confirmation of you're going to come across people on your journey where they're just not going to care. Okay, you can't make them care. You can say whatever. They could try to convince them to care. It's just some people are just not going to care, and that's just what it is. Okay, so you come across some people who just don't care. You can take it for what it is. Don't try to, force something. If they don't care, and you notice that they don't care, and they just carry that energy, just let it go. Don't feel bad about it. Just let it go. Don't sit there and try to figure it out. Some of you already know why, you know what I mean? But this is for people who's, just starting out in their journey and, just experience certain stuff on your journey, So for prime example, like the decision making, I experienced something when I was 14 years old. Okay. This is before I didn't understand a lot. This is before I came into my awakening. I knew that I was different. Like I said, I stuck out like a sore thumb from both sides of my family. On my dad's side, on my mom's side. I was just that different child. They didn't understand why she out there playing football. Why she, they just didn't understand. She's just different. Okay, that's fine, whatever. But what I experienced is I lost my brother on my mother's side when I was 14 years old. Actually, 24 years ago today, I lost my brother on my mom's side. He was gunned down, shot in the chest twice, and he didn't make it. Now, after me being young and I'm not fully understanding death, how it works. I'm not understanding it's just a Me Too energy, cannot be destroyed. I'm not understanding that at the age of 14. I know that there's more beyond, like, at that age, but I'm not completely tuned in like how I am now. So, but my whole point was to saying that. I'm not looking for, any sympathy or anything. I'm looking for what I said about my situation, my brother getting killed, is that the decision making. You see what I'm saying? Like, my bro wasn't, he could have done better in his life. None of us is perfect. We all done stuff. I've done stuff in my past that I'm not proud of. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not doing that. I'm not bashing my own bro or anything. But I feel like my bro could have made better decisions. He was out in the streets doing his thing, and and by him getting killed, making those decisions and him being killed, it affected it affected her. So once that affected her, it affected us, because she couldn't, from her grieving and not being able to heal properly, it took time away from us, the younger kids who still had to go to school, who still had to process this as much as she had to process it. So it's like, I understand now, but then I didn't understand the low vibrational energy that he was carrying. You know what I mean? So me being older now, I understand that, that Pacific energy that, he was carrying, it wasn't good. I wish he could have broke out of that, but it's okay, But yeah, like I said, that decision of, him being killed, then putting my mother in a bad headspace. And then with her being in a headspace, it put us in a bad space. So me being a young child, I didn't know how to interpret that. I didn't know how to express that. I didn't know how to talk to her about that, So anyway, make a long story short, just your decision making, period. Like, you know what I mean? You just got to watch the decisions you make. Like even being a parent, being around certain people. You have a boy and a girl. You want your kids to look at or you got 2 girls, 2 boys, whatever you got. You want your kids to look at you as that good parent. Like I said, we all make mistakes, we all do things, but it's like, do you want your child to see you be beat on? No, because then they're going to think it's okay for them to be beat on. So you got to be logic in that decision. Now, okay, you really like this person, but they don't treat you right. Right? But you really love them. So now you're in this head over heart decision or heart over head decision, whatever. But deep down inside that this person beats on you. You know that you don't want your children having to see that. So you have to make that decision to step away. Don't be egotistical in your ego because you love that person. Think about your kids. Your kids don't need to see you beat on, especially if it's a young lady, because she gonna think it's okay to let someone beat on her, man or woman, just like any male. Like they gonna think it's okay for them to beat on women or for somebody to beat on them. That's not okay. So it's very key of your decision making. It's very key, even with your friendships. That's very key. Your decision making. If you got a friend that just don't care, she just don't care. Let her go. You know what I mean? You can't make people care, So, and your decision making is very key, and just in your personal life, in your personal life, you might have a blessing coming in, and then a decision that you made. Let's say you ignored your intuition to make somebody else happy. Now you missed out on your blessing because you didn't make a good decision. So it's like, when I'm on my journey and I'm learning, it's very key in my decision making. I had to learn that the hard way. It was like I had red flags, and I'm ignoring stuff, trying to make stuff work for people, and it's like, no, that's what those red flags are for, to help you make better decisions. That's what your discernment is for, to protect you. Your intuition, all of that. That's what all that's for. So I'm just here to give you confirmation of you're going to come across some people like that. But I'm here to remind you, keep that in mind. Your decision making, your intuition. Don't ignore your discernment, intuition, and all that. Don't ignore any of that to satisfy others. That friend who don't care, that you had to walk away from, let her be mad. You care about yourself. You care about the decisions you make around your kids. Now if she chooses to let somebody come beat on her in front of her kids, then that's on her. Don't fit that agenda to make her happy. That's not you. That's not what you do. On your journey that your decisions are very key. You got to stay on a path. You're not perfect. You're going to learn. You're going to make mistakes as well. But the key is not to make the same mistake. Some people are okay with making the same mistake. Some people are okay with just settling just to have company. That's not who you are. They say misery loves company. That is a true statement. So just in your decision making, it is very key. You must watch the decisions you make. It is very key. A little sunny over here. Let me walk away a little bit. A little sunny. But yeah, your decision making is very key. Very key. Whether like the little things, it could be the littlest things. Then that decision you make, it could be, so you might not even think of it like, oh, let me just take this real quick thing, and it's like you're taking something from somebody. You might need something. Let me just take the change off the table. I don't know who it belongs to. It's just like the little things, though whoever, they probably ain't gonna mind, like, oh, I girl, go ahead. But it's like, it's just like the principle, Now, what if that was yours and you needed it for something and you came back for it and it's gone? You're gonna be like, well, who the, it's just, that's just something small that I'm using an example for. But it's like, it's just like your decision making is very key, And a lot of people, like I said, you're gonna come across people who just do not fucking care. They just don't. And you know what it is? They're mad because you care and they don't know how to care. They don't know how to put the work into themselves and care, because for one, putting the work into yourself, that's taking a different path. When you realize once you come into your awakening, a lot has to change. I had to change a lot. I had to cut a lot of people off. I had to learn how to pour into myself. So for one, that's a no-no. For two, you still got to change more. You got to eat different. You got to, it's a lot of things you have to do to keep, on your path. It's not just about you doing what's right. You got to eat right. You got to exercise. You got to, you got to protect your energy. You got to hold on to your peace. It's a lot that you have to do. It's easier to just stay stuck in what you're used to doing. So once you make that decision, that, like I said, that's a no-no from jump. She acting weird. She acting different. Like, no, this is just a decision making. I want to make better decisions from here on out. It's not that I think I'm too good. It's not that I think I'm better. I just want to make better decisions for myself from here on out, So, and the decision making, like I really believe deep down inside that my mother grieved herself because not knowing how to release certain things and holding on to stuff. And I believe that's what made her sick inside from holding on, holding on to stress, holding on to certain stuff. And I had to learn that the hard way because I was the holder too. I was holding on to a lot of things, stressing myself out, making myself sick. I had to learn how to let go, and I believe that's what, made my mother, is sick inside. I believe she grieved herself to death. I'm not mad or anything. She grieved the way she felt that it was best for her, So, with me having to endure all that, I just wanted to make better decisions. I've been through a lot. I've lost a lot of people in my life. I'm not bitter about it. I have an understanding of death now. Energy cannot be destroyed. This is just a meat suit that we're in. So I don't feel as bad as how I used to feel when I didn't come into my awakening. I don't feel as bad. I'm sad when it happened, but I process it. I take it for what it is, and I know that I don't question the Most High Mother and Father and their work. I don't do that. I take things for what it is, but a lot of stuff could be avoided as well with decision making. Back to decision making. A lot of stuff could be avoided. I felt some of those deaths could have been avoided with just, better caretaking, better decisions, So when you reflect on your life and looking back and, reflecting on the progress that you made, they say it ain't where you come from, it's where you going, right? So it's where you going. It ain't where you came from. And when you sit back and reflect on everything and you're like, wow, I've made great progress. I don't let nobody disturb that. So for you to make all that progress, right? You make all that progress and then you let somebody come along. You ignore your discernment. You ignore your intuition to make somebody else happy. You threw all that away. Now you're missing out on your blessings. You can't do that. You come too far. I mean, you can, but it would be a waste because you come too far. You come too far to let somebody just come in and just take that away. I've made decisions where, like, this was a really a rough journey for me as far as decision making. I had to realize that when karma comes around, and I always wanted to help people because I'm a Capricorn. We just like to help people. So that's just the type of person I am. I just like to help people. So with me wanting to help people and, just be the loving, caring person that I am, I had to realize I was getting in the way of karma. I was getting in the way of people's karma. Okay, so when karma comes to collect, you got to let karma play itself out. Okay, you got to let that, whoever they coming to get and whatever, you got to let that play out. Okay, because if you get in the way of one's karma, then you block your blessing. So it's not that, I had to back off on it. I'm like, oh, wow. I wonder how many times I got in the way of somebody's karma just from trying to help. Like people got to learn their lessons. What goes around comes around. That goes for me, you, and anybody. But most of y'all on this path, y'all already up. Most of y'all are past this. You know what needs to be done. You know what you have to do. You know what I mean? But most people, them people that I'm talking about that don't care, they think karma can't get them. They think they can't be touched. And then when karma roll around, you know what they say? Why me? Why not you? You could have made a better decision. Now you sitting here. You was cocky in your decision. You was cocky when you wasn't thinking about your decision. You did what you wanted to do. You thought you couldn't be touched, and you didn't believe in karma. Now, when it hit you, you're mad at the world because you hung yourself, and now you talking about some why me. Now they talking about some why me. Makes no sense. It don't make no sense, man. I don't understand it. And that's how I was feeling. Like when I didn't, that's what I was saying to myself. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I know I understand now because they carry the low vibrational energy. But this is what I was saying through my journey, you know, with me healing and all. I'm like, I was saying to myself, like, I don't understand it. Like, why are they, you know, with me not realizing they were carrying their low vibrational energy. So when these people show you that they, you know what I mean? Like they don't, you got to make that decision. Do I want to continue to be around these people when they continually show me that they don't care? And you know, they'll show you better than they could tell you. Actions always speak louder than words. So they're going to show you. So that is very key. Do you want your kids around them? You know? And decision making, even with you dating, the decisions you make. How do your partner treat their parents? Because how they treat their parents is a reflection of how they treat you. Or they do is your boyfriend, is he respectable to his mom? Is your girlfriend, does she respect her father? Does she have a father? Was he in her life? Does she have daddy issues? Do he have mommy issues? Did his mom treat him right? Do he respect women? Okay, that all still goes in decision making. Okay, you got to be able to, you know, to be like, well, I'm gonna make the decision he don't treat his mom right or his aunts right. He talked to them crazies. So 9 times out of 10, he gonna talk to me crazy, you know? Or he gonna treat me, you know? Or, you know, a guy and a woman, like, oh, she talked to her dad like, boy this, boy that. Like, nah, that's your dad. I ain't your man or your son. Talking about some boy. No, man. You know, so that goes both ways in decision making. Do I want to deal with her? Can I fix her? No. She has to fix herself. Can I fix him? No. He has to fix himself. So that all goes in decision making. You know? And you want to teach your kids that as well. Like, that all goes into play. Okay? We got to break these generational curses, not continue them. Okay? Like, I used to think being around people, I used to think love, but I knew better than that because in my spirit, this is when I was little too. This is before but like I said, I always had certain stuff in me. And I'm saying, like, I'm around some people, some older people, and you know how you just overhear stuff? So they over like, you know, he ain't come in last night. I don't know who he think he is, da-da-da-da-da. Wait till he comes, you know, just talking. And then when the man comes home, it's the same old stuff. He hit her with some type of excuse, throw her a couple dollars off, and everything's okay. So it's money over morals instead of morals over money? Like, come on. So it's okay? So you're telling me it's okay to teach your kids that it's okay for someone not to come home at night. It's okay for you to be beat on. It's okay for you to be abused as long as you get the materialistic. Come on. That goes to decision making. What are you doing? You shouldn't be making those decisions. Should nobody ever be able to throw some money at you and expect you to be okay? No, you throw that love at me, you treat me right, that's okay. I can make my own money. I can find my own way. As far as when it comes to, you know, me having to I can do that on my own. I don't need that. You know, so just got to be careful on all decision making. Every area, you know, even with a job, you know, if they not treating you right, you don't need to be there to kiss nobody's ass, you know. So this is just, you're going to come across the people. I'm just giving you confirmation of you're going to just hang in, just do what you've been doing. Leave them alone. Do not ignore that intuition. Do not ignore that. Do not ignore any of that. You know, just for a little pleasure, a little company. You have what you need. You don't need no company. You have everything you need. Them positive people that you've been around, that you've been talking to, and you know what I mean? All them positive people, be around them people. And if you don't have nobody positive people to be around, you will soon. Don't worry, you will. You know? So, yeah, just be careful. You know? I'm not saying we live on eggshells and any of that, but just, you know, just be careful in your decision making. You know, every decision you make, you know, is very key. Like I'm, you know, I had to learn that. You know, I'm still learning that in my decision making. I have to be, you know, positive and, you know, protecting my energy. You know, just staying high vibrational, staying grounded. You know, In my decision making, standing my ground, no means no. Huh? No means no. That's what I mean. Don't try to persuade. Oh, well, nah, no means no. That's that. If you have to walk away, then don't sit there and engage in an argue. You don't have to do that. You don't got to do none of that. You know? So, and you don't, you got something that don't feel right within your spirits about somebody, but you might have a mutual friend that likes that person. That's on them. If they feel as though that person's cool, hey, don't ignore your intuition to make them happy. Nope. Don't do that. So, I know I keep saying that, don't ignore it because that's very key, because it's like, you'll get that red flag or that, you know what I mean? And it's just like, or you'll just get a feeling. It ain't even got to be, you'll just get a certain feeling. Don't ignore that. That's why I keep saying that. I keep repeating that, because that's very key. Because it's like, that energy, that devil energy comes in all shapes, for it can come in any through anything. So that's why I said your decision of making is very key in every decision you make in life. Like I said, you're gonna make your mistakes or whatever, but people not caring, showing you they don't care, blatantly in your face, like when I first was coming in, like, into my journey and stuff, and like how when I used to watch TV, I used to have to like, oh, I caught that the second time. I didn't catch it the first time. I caught that the second time. Oh, that's a subliminal. Da da da. But now it's like, when I watch TV, it's like I can't now. It's like bluntly in my fucking face. Like, they don't have shit no more. It's like right there, and I believe every fucking bit of them. Trust me, I believe every fucking bit of them. It's right there. It's like nothing's hidden anymore. It's like nobody's hiding anymore. Nobody don't care. They don't care about karma, none of that. People will get what they can get out of you, and that's that. If you allow them. I won't be played for a fool. I wanted to be an actor so bad. I will not sell my energy for money. I bet the fuck I don't. Sports. I want to do sports. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not selling my integrity for some cash. I'm not doing it. So that whole Hollywood thing, I just can't be a part of that. I won't be a part of that. Morals over money for me. Even when I was younger, I used to always say, like, this is before I was fully, I keep saying I wasn't fully, I had a little bit, but wasn't fully. It was like, how these celebrities, how they win awards, right? I used to be like, how they win awards, and they never say they thank the Most High Mother and Father, or, whoever they, God or whatever. Never, it was just like, oh, I thank this person, I thank that person. And then it'd be like, they be getting in all types of shit. I'm like, how is karma not getting to them? How can they have so much success when they treat people fucked up? So that's when I was little, and that didn't sit right with me when I was a kid. I'm like, how can I be a part of something that it seems like to me I have to be out of character to get what I want? Why can't I just be me? Like, for y'all to pay me my salary or whatever, why can't I be myself? Why do I gotta be out of character? Why I gotta be somebody else? And I never understood what I was first, I never understood what I was interpreting when I was a kid, but I used to always say that to myself, like how they do all this shit and still get all this money? What are they doing? You know what I mean? That's what I used to say to myself. But once I know now, and I bet the fuck I don't. I bet I don't. But that's just me personally. People feel how they feel. They be like, oh well, da 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 da. That's not me. Like, I know it's a lot of people that's, look up to Oprah. I never was a fan of Harpo. I just seen through Harpo's BS that she just was never, she never sat right in my spirit. Just a couple of them. I'm just using Harpo for an example, but she's one of them. She never sat right in my spirit. It's just something about her that didn't feel genuine to black people for me. Now, that's just my opinion. A lot of people be mad me saying that about Oprah. I don't care. That's just my opinion. And your titles will have your opinion as well. But it's just, she didn't just seem genuine to me. And I believe nobody's not going to tell me anything different because how I feel. That's just how I feel within me. You may feel she's a good person. Other people may, you know what I mean? People feel how they feel. But it's just like, everything's just like pretty much in your face. It's like bluntly in your face now. Like I said, it used to be hitting as far as it comes to these celebrities and stuff. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but it's just like, it's just the decision making. It's very key. If they had to do something strange for some change, and you think you're going to come along and not do something strange for some change, you are sadly mistaken. It is a dirty game. And it is a dirty game I do not want to be a part of. I'm okay. I'm okay with serving. I'm great. Not okay. I'm great with serving the Most High Mother and Father. They're going to make sure I have everything that I need. Always. They always have and they always will. So I will not sign up for something that goes against that, you know? To where I have to sell my integrity. See what they did to Monique? That was just, you know, but I kind of seen that coming, you know? But yeah, I'm just not into that. That's just not what, that just don't feel right within my spirit. They're, you know, how they do things, how they get down. I just, you know, I don't even go to concerts. I'm just not, I just don't feel right in me. I know how they siphon people's energy and all that, and I just don't, that just don't feel right within me. I will never take nobody's talent away. We have some talented people. I will never take that away, but that concert stuff is just not for me. Even like certain songs I'll hear and listen to, and I'll be like, oh, I like that, but the videos, oh man, I just can't. It's just like bluntly in your face. They used to have it. They used to do a good job at it, and now it's just there, and I can't overlook it. It's there. Not that I want to. I'm not going to, but it's just there, and I can't. You know, I see it. I take it for what it is. Their agenda is different from the Most High Mother and Father's agenda. I don't want no parts of it. I'm just, you know, I'm good. I'm good. I'm great. I'm great over here. So just, you know, just be careful. That's all in your decision making. I'm not going to hold you for too long. Just be careful. I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit. Just be careful. That's all. Just be careful. That's all I could say in your decision making. Positive. Stay positive in your decision making. You know what I mean? If you got to pray upon it. Like if you say you're not unsure of something and you got to ask your spiritual team and your spiritual guides and the Most High Mother and Father, you know, they ask that too if you're not sure. They'll give you that. But when they give it to you, like I said, don't take it for what it is, okay? Just take everything for what it is, you know? I'm still learning this, you know. It's a beautiful path. It's the path less traveled. Most people are not going to be on your path. It's going to be very few of us on this path. So I thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Miss I Am here. If anything resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, I would like to hear from you. Comment below if you had experienced anything similar to what I've experienced, or just anything in general as far as decision making. Let me know. Stay positive, stay high vibrational, stay hydrated, protect your energy, protect your peace, and take care. Be happy. All right now.